Hey guys, it's Team Global Tran here, and I'd like to welcome you to what I am going to call Junk Synchron month, and deck of the week. Which is, of course, every week I will be building a deck based around one of my favorite tuners of all time, Junk Synchron. Today, start things off a little basic. Go with my variant of Junk Debris. Junk Debris has been around for a little while now, mostly with the Neospacian build, but mine's a little bit different. A lot bit different, but whatever. Start things off. Of course, it's called Junk Debris because it's based around these two tuners. Junk Synchron, with the ability to bring back any level 2 monster, and Debris Dragon, with the ability to bring back any monster with 500 attack or lower. I'm also taking in one Deep Sea Diva in this build because, well, there's something that you'll see a little later is I run Mermaid Archers in here, and she fetches those out for a quick level 5. Alright, moving on to my engine. A lot of people use the Neospacian one. I'm using what I want to call the Global engine, both because Global's my team name of this channel if you guys haven't realized that, and the fact that it's focused around Neospacian Glowmoss and Gold Hedgehog. Now, Gold Hedgehog, for those of you that aren't really aware of him, basically when you control a tuner and he's in the graveyard, he comes right back onto the field, and if he used that effect, he could get me from play at damn term. But whatever. Summon out your tuner, yoink, quick synchro. So run 3 of those, plus his machine if you want to use his machine stuff. And we get Glowmoss, who is probably, I think, one of my favorite Neospacians, except for Gramble. Glowmoss has multiple effects. First of all, light monster for honest, whatever. Level 3, so it's good with Debris Dragon to bring out level 7 synchro. Its effect is that whenever it attacks or it's targeted by attack by your opponent gets to draw a card and then shows it to you. And based on what they draw, different stuff happens. So like if they draw a monster, the battle phase instantly ends and it's safe. If they draw a spell, that's basically the only bad one because it's direct attack. But if you're using that and against them and they draw a spell, then you can direct attack them with Glowmoss, which is hilarious. And Trap shifts it to defense mode, so unless they're attacking you and draw a spell, you are in good shape with this card. Moving on to some of my more techie things. Run 3 Noisy Gnats. These things, it's a little hidden gem from Duelist Genesis. Basically, excuse me, level 2 monster, 700 attack for whatever that's worth. Its effect is that you can discard from your hand to increase the level of one monster on your field. This is awesome for this deck because Debris Dragon has the effect where you can't use level 4 monsters aside from its synchro, which usually is a problem, but you can just discard this to increase Debris Dragons to level 5 and gets around his little effects, so you can keep sobering out whatever you need to. Plus it's more bait for your Junk Synchron and all that fun stuff. Tuning layers. I have 2, so I run 2. You might want to experiment with these, whatever, but yeah. Draw power for the deck, another light machine. Its abilities, obviously, is called tuning layer. It's can change from a level 1 monster to a level 2 monster, and when you use reverse synchro summon, you get to draw a card. So, you draw power for here. Awesome thing about it is that both of his effects are actually graveyard effects. So even though the 2 main tuners of this deck negate effects of stuff, these 2 will still go off, so you can still change it to level 2 and you can still use withdraw power. Very handy, very versatile, always would forever run them. Last monster is 2 Mermaid Archers. She is able to, she's kind of like a union monster. She could equip any level 3 or lower monster to herself to increase her attack up to, from 1200 up to 2000. She has, well, defense doesn't really matter in this deck, but, and like a union monster, you have to get rid of the equip spell first, so it gives you use for your tuning words if you have them out and doesn't do anything. Equip also has 2000 attack, and you have to destroy it twice. Fun times. Plus, like I said, this is a level 3 Sea Serpent, and it works with the Deep Sea Diva that I tech in here. Alright, moving on to spell trap stuff. Lightning Vortex, Standard Destruction. It's good to discard my weaklings to bring them back with my Synchron abilities. Storm, MST, Destruction, Spell Trap stuff. Giant Tornado, which I think is more important than Heavy Storm if you have the option to only run one. Just because it bounces and gets around all those anti-destruction abilities like Stardust Dragon and stuff like that. Creature Swap, because I run a lot of small monsters in there. Give them Tuning Wear, attack over it for massive damage with whatever they gave me. Enemy Controller, like I say in all my videos, always run 2 extremely versatile, probably one of the best spell cards in the game, in my opinion. Run 1 My Body as a shield to protect my monsters. Card destruction for discards and draw cards. 2 Pot of Avarice. I run these in here because monsters will get sent to grave really fast, so you can cycle through all your tuners, bring them right back to you, draw 2 cards, and then bring in a Synchro Summon. Run 2 Bottomless Trap Hole. Pretty obvious why. Great card. Trench Tribute, just because, like I said, I have a lot of weak monster in here in case I'm in a pinch. Except that, you know it does, boom. 2 Roars, another card that I can't build deck without. Change almost anything to instantly stop them from attacking. Great stop OTKs. Cannot mention this enough. Gravity Bind, because until I Synchro Summon, basically everything I run in here is a level 3 or lower monster. So with the Quirbolt tech and with the Mermaid Archers, I actually have something to defend myself with, and they're like, oh no, I can't attack. Got Iron Wall in here. Stop my Quirbolt Hedgehogs from being removed. And stop any dimension strategies from going off. Call the Hunt for Revival. And finally, Transmigration Prophecy, which basically lets you return any 2 cards from anyone's graveyard back to your deck. So I could recycle my stuff, I could negate their targets. There's a lot of cool things you can do with it by attacking it. Alright, moving on to Synchros. First and foremost, good old Junk Warrior. Love this card. You could bring up, basically when he comes out, he gains attack equal to the attack of all your level 2 or lower cards out here. So, comes out with 23. I'll usually probably have a Quirbolt out at least, so he will have at least 31. Great small hitter. 2 Junk Archers. These things are new Chaos Sorcerer awesomeness. Once per turn, they can remove 1 card, 1 monster, still be able to attack, and the monster comes back. This is great because it's any monster, which includes face down, so you can get rid of the Raikou or whatever they have set, hit for potentially game, and show the good back at man turn, but you could be hitting for game with this. Love them. Moving on to generic stuff. Catastor, duh. I run 2 Iron Chain Dragons because Debris Dragon can only target Dragon Synchros. Goyo and Brionac, pretty obvious. The rest of my stuff's a lot of most dragons, but Ancient Fairy, Field Spell Destruction, Life Gains, Special Summon stuff, Nice Fall, Black Rose blow up the field, remove the win losses, activates other ability to destroy monsters, and deal 2400 damage basically. 2 Stardust, I usually run 3, but I had to make room for some other stuff. Red Dragon Arcfiend, clear the field. Colossal Fire, this reason, because you have to have a Colossal in there. And finally, Trident Dragon, which is a little risky, a little iffy, but you can do Debris Dragon plus an Iron Chain to bring him out, and do the OTA with him. So yeah, this is my version of Junk Debris. And, I don't know, next week I've got a couple different Junk Synchron decks planned. You'll have to wait until then to see them. Until then, this is Team Ultimate Brown coming with you with the first Junk Synchron deck of the week. Come back next week to see what else I've cooked up. Peace out, YouTube.